Hello guys, a very warm welcome back to my channel. So today I will be talking about asthma, what asthma is, and what is the cause, and how can you treat it. Now, why am I making this video right now? I'm asthmatic, and I know for sure that winters is the worst enemy of asthmatic patients. It gets worse really fast and really bad. So I have been dealing with asthma since birth. So I have made myself a complete routine. At first I thought that it's only by birth, but nowadays due to pollution and everything else, even adults are getting asthma. So I'll be sharing my routine with you, what I normally do, and how it changes with the winters. So let's go. So first I will be telling you about what asthma is. Asthma is basically a disease. It is a bronchitis disease in which your airway is narrow, and tightened. That makes it really harder to breathe. Now, what is the cause of it? There is not a certain cause, like no certain cause has been found yet. Just like I have done some research and I've done some study, and the only thing that I could find was that some people's bodies react differently, react faster to allergens than the others. Asthma is not curable. Like there have been several studies and several attempts in finding a permanent cure for it, but there hasn't been a permanent cure. You can control it on how your asthma attack varies from how your asthma attack varies, the intensity of it, and how often you get it, by just making a routine for it. It's not easy, I will tell you. It is not easy, it is painful, it is bad, but it makes your life 10 times easier. Okay, so first I will be talking about my normal day's routine. So my normal routine is I have a prevention medicine, and you can get it from your consultant doctors. Take them. Please take them. Like if you're getting asthma attacks daily or monthly or whenever, it can make it less and make it less painful as well. Second is know your allergens. You should know your allergens. That will be really helpful. Is like you can avoid them, but there are some that you cannot avoid completely. Like take my example. I am allergic to dust, mainly dust and even grass. Now I can avoid grass, but I cannot avoid dust. So to prevent that, I use mask. Nowadays you should be using mask, but I use mask generally as well for my own prevention. So know your allergens. Number 3, know your symptoms. You should know your symptoms. Even before the asthma gets worse, you should know when it's starting to happen. Now there are some very common symptoms. You feel as if your chest is tightening, and it's like someone sucking in your breath, and like you have to work to breathe. That is that you can. So then when it gets worse, there is a wheezing sound. It's kind of like a whistling. Whenever you breathe in and breathe out, like you can hear it. It gets that bad that you can hear that. So make sure to count those symptoms. Number 4. Now I don't know if it works for everyone, but I've heard it from someone. I heard it from someone, and then I applied on me, and it worked really well. They work so well. Now they won't work on if you're having a terrible asthma attack, but if you're just starting asthma attack, what I do is I breathe in. What I did, I breathe in, hold it for 10 seconds, and then breathe out. Those are the 4, these are the 4 normal things. Number 5, keep your inhaler with you. Do not forget it, please. So always keep your inhaler with you. And if there's a time where you're doing too much exercises, then take your inhaler first and then do the work afterwards. It will prevent the attack as well, and you will feel at ease as well. Now this is my normal routine. Now let's talk about winters. Winters is my favorite season, but it's also the season that I don't like that much. It's confusing, but like I don't. I love it because there is no sweating, but I hate it because my asthma gets 100 times worse. I am getting asthma attacks 3 times, 4 times a day, and I literally have to nebulize myself. I hate that. But thank God, like few years ago, I tried different methods to give myself a new routine so that I can enjoy winters. Let's share it with you. Okay, so number 1, fog. Fog is the worst thing for asthma patients. If you're asthmatic, avoid fog. And especially like nowadays, due to pollution and everything, fog with the smoke has turned into smog, which is very, very dangerous for even the people who do not have asthma. And it is the worst thing. It makes asthma bad, just bad. So try to avoid it. Now I know. During winters, if you're living in an area where where it's too cold, in Hyderabad, for last few years, the winters are the worst. Sometimes fog stays the whole day. Now you can't avoid that. You cannot avoid that. So try to avoid it. So try to go out when the fog is less dense, and wear a mask. Again, wear a mask. It prevents lots and lots of things. Number 2, keep yourself warm. Winters is also a worst season because you're already suffering from flu and sometimes even chest infections because you get really cold. So just keep yourself warm. Keep yourself warm, especially your chest. Keep your chest covered because the cold and harsh winds, they can cause like chest infections and chances of pneumonia are very, very high, and pneumonia is already dangerous for people, but it becomes like it can even turn fatal for asthma patients. Keep yourself bundled up. Number 3 for winters is that do not use a soothing balm. You can again consult your doctor about it, but use it. It will help you so much in sleeping. Now, like I said, you're already suffering from a stuffy nose, you're already suffering from flu. So when you sleep, your airway, like especially like your nasal airway, is already narrowed. Then you cannot breathe. When you cannot breathe, you start developing asthma attack as well. Then you cannot sleep. Like for me, I keep coughing the whole night. I cannot sleep. I found a solution for that as well. What happens is that when you sleep like lying flat on your bed, you are kind of like, when you're lying flat, your airway is already flattened, and when it is blocked, it gets really hard for oxygen to pass through. So what you do is that sleep in an upright position. Kind of keep yourself angled like that, especially your like upper body. Keep it aligned like that, like sleep like that. Like that, yeah, sleep like that. It will keep your airways more open, and oxygen can easily pass through. Now these are the physical ones. Let's go on medicine. Like I said before, I I'm using my prevention medicine that helps a lot in preventing asthma attacks. Now on normal days, even if I skip one dose or two, I can go fine. It doesn't really work. It doesn't really affect it. But in winters, I cannot. You cannot. No, just leave me in. You cannot. Do not skip your doses. Do not skip your doses. Asthma is like this thing that tries to find its way around, and if you miss it even single dose, it will, and that it just gets bad, really fast, really bad. So do not miss your dose. Second thing, if your asthma starts getting really bad, so try to nebulize yourself. If you have nebulizing is very easy. There are nebulizer machines. If you can afford one, then get one, and again consult your doctor for the medicine and the doses. Now that all that's left, routine is left, I also want to share the symptoms of asthma attack with people who doesn't have asthma, but you live around people who does have one. Now, again, first I said wheezing. It sounds like whistling. If someone is whistling whenever you're breathing in and out, and it feels like whistling. Now, this is one symptom. Second symptom is that you'll get tired. Like right now, I am developing like now I'm talking a lot, and that is one of my triggers as well. I am like breathing really hard. That is also a sign of asthma attack. Now these are the signs that that you can notice when the person is awake. But sometimes what happens is that when you're in a really deep sleep, and the asthma attack is not that like severe, it's mild, the person who is having it cannot feel it. But there are certain symptoms that if a person sleeping next to them can know that they are having an asthma attack, and before it gets severe, they can wake them up and tell them to take medicine. With me, it's again like wheezing and coughing. I cough a lot when I'm having an asthma attack in my sleep. I cough a lot. Main one. Now I don't know if it happens with everyone, but it happens with me. I start snoring a lot. If I'm having an asthma attack, I snore a lot. Again, when I'm having an asthma attack, my snoring gets weird, like really weird, and I didn't even know that. I actually slept with my mom one day, and the next day she showed me an audio of my snoring, and it was horrible. Like a normal person, like a normal snore, I'm snoring normally, and then immediately afterwards it sounded as like someone was screaming beside me. Like I would snore and like ah, I would snore like ah. Like someone was. I feel like it's like in horror movies, it happens when someone is sleeping, and there's like this horror entity beside them that's like screaming. That's how it felt like to me. But my father is a doctor, so next day I was like, look, I snore like that. Isn't it interesting? He listened to it. He looked at me and my mom, and he told my mom, next time it happens, wake her up immediately. She was having an asthma attack, and it could have gotten severe. So snoring matters. If you wake up and there's an asthma person beside you, or even in the room, and you hear this weird snoring, wake them up. Please wake them up. Now these are the symptoms. I'm already breathing hard. Whenever I talk a lot, this is one of my triggers as well. So this can also be a trigger of yours as well. So make sure to know your triggers. Now again, like I said, if you have asthma, do not worry. You can still do everything in life. I have taken part in races as well. That's another thing, that I have to take nebulizer afterward and inhaler before. But I have done that as well. So you can as well. So do not let it be an obstacle for you. Make a routine so that it just becomes like a part of your life, and you can still do it. Do not worry that much. Keep taking your medicines, and if you have a problem regarding asthma, or if you think it's getting worse, consult your doctor immediately. Do not just brush it off. I'm out of breath. But again, if you like this video and if you found information, please turn the black thumbs blue, like and share. And if you like me, subscribe. I will be posting more like health related videos later on. But I hope this helped you a lot in winters. So, bye.